think I in a way talked to this briefly, because I told you if the cost of living, it's in terms of inflation, prices moving very fast, it totally messes up planning at individual level. It messes up at government level. It messes up even the budget, because both at individual level and even government level, because when you are planning for something, you put certain resources aside. Now, if you put those resources aside, and then tomorrow the prices shift very quickly. Okay. It can't allow you. You plan to say, I'll buy for an example's sake. I'll buy a sack of cement at 30,000 Uganda shillings, and a month down the road it is at 40,000. Your budget keeps shifting. So that one messes up your planning completely, and keeps shifting your resources. You don't know how much resources to put aside. Okay. So the cost of living in truth is a challenge on planning and budgeting for not only infrastructure projects, but general way of living. General of living, whether it's school fees and the paying school fees and everything. It is a challenge that we need to sort out, because it throws decision making. It is very hard to make a decision when you can't predict what's going to happen.
Okay. Now let me also ask this particular question: Would you advise someone to pick up a mortgage?
Yes.
Why? Because
at the right conditions.
Okay.
Yeah, because for a country like Uganda, maybe mortgage may not be the right word, because first it's overpriced. Secondly, at the current market conditions, not the right time. When there's a lot of inflation is likely to happen, it's not the right time for you to pick up a mortgage, because the bank, the price at which the bank will give you that mortgage, it will include in the interest risk, the inflation risk, and that inflation risk may make the mortgage way priced up. So you should pick it up, the mortgage, but at the right time. You need to choose the time at which
you're picking up this mortgage. Yeah. All right, and as we're summing up with the discussion here, for some of you up there trying to understand what we are discussing about here, we are looking at better planning for infrastructural development. It's actually been a very huge concern in Uganda, not only in Uganda, but the entire African continent. Infrastructure development is very, very important, because to look at development in an area or in a country or in a region is normally when people look at the infrastructure. How is your infrastructure? How attractive is it? And how have you planned for it? And as we are summing up with the discussion, I will ask my guests to at least give us just a very quick hint on some tips for building. Just giving us some good tips of constructing any infrastructure. Just what are the 5 key things or 3 things that someone has to know of before going into any construction?
First, in a construction, and this goes down to my general comment I gave you. Why are you constructing? You should always know. If it is just to make money, maybe construction may not be
the go-getter for you.
The go-getter. Okay. There are better ways that you can make money. But if you can't make a business, you have money, and you don't have time to supervise and that kind, maybe construction is the way to go. Okay. So if you want to put your money somewhere idle, you look at it, you're able to get little returns over time. A safe asset. We look at construction with an asset with low returns, but it's way safer than any business. But because it's low return, it will not pay you quickly. It may take time to pay. So you need to look at that. But 2, if you need to make money, then when prices are moving so fast the way they are moving, now is not the time to. Okay. That's 1. 2, do not borrow. to construct, because particularly if you're expecting that building to pay back,
it may not happen.
It will never happen. If you are going to use your own money to build and do that,
it's okay.
It's okay. You are looking at it as one area to what? It's a way to go. The third area is what is because the value of any construction matters. The area within which you put it in matters. So you need to do due diligence in terms of the area, in terms of so that you know that it's either security, public amenities are nearby, and that kind. The fourth thing that you should look at, because of our land issues, there is a lot of land fraud. So you need to do a lot of due diligence in terms of land. Land is a bigger factor in Uganda in terms of building and in terms of whichever construction you are going to do. Lastly, you need the right contractor. Choose that person very well, who will guide you, he has the right experience, and he shouldn't be as costly.
All right. And your last remarks as we're winding up with this conversation?
My final remark is you brought me talk about infrastructure and construction, and I'll tell you as a development planner, if I had a way of turning Ugandans to better businesses and what that have higher returns, I would advise them to go that way. Two, in the inflation we are having, this cost of living, the prices, I want to tell Ugandans that for us in Uganda we are a little bit better off. It's true the problem is bad, but it's worse off in other countries, because luckily there are a few things that the basics that we need as a country, we get them. That's the food. We can grow our own food, and we're able to survive with our own what. The fuel prices that you are seeing is not just unique to Uganda. There are a few things that maybe Uganda at policy level we made a few mistakes, but it's a global challenge that the whole globe is facing.
All right. And thank you very much. It's ASUMAN
GULUBOA.
Thank you very much, Director, National Planning Authority. And our key discussion has definitely been looking at an overview of the construction and how to plan for better development of infrastructure in the land. And for all of you that have been part of the discussion, please stick around. Coming up after the break, we talk sports business, taking you through what is making headlines from the world of sports.